addiction. Incurable addiction, Hemant Marathe.
Imagine a family wedding taking place in the backyard on a beautiful fall afternoon. The priest gathers everyone around the altar. My wife occupies a prime seat just behind the bride. I place myself towards the back of the pack so I could keep an eye on the priest, my wife, and peek a look in the family room through an open window. For me, the most interesting part of the ceremony is still a ways off. That's the part when the host announces, "The buffet is now open." The ceremony has reached a critical point. The priest asks, "If anyone here has any objection to this couple getting married, please speak now, or forever hold your peace." "No, no, no, how can you do that? That's terrible!" I yell. Everyone leaves the altar and surrounds me. Some are furious, others are curious about my public protest. The groom, he looks like smoke is coming out of his ears. My wife knows exactly what the matter is. She rushes directly into the family room and turns off the TV. The groom is happy to know I have no objection to his wedding. I was simply protesting the interception Vinny Testimony had just thrown in a football game. It's really not my fault. Did the priest have to ask the question exactly at the same time Mr. Testimony decides to throw an interception? For that matter, what kind of man gets married on a Sunday afternoon? During a football season? All the guests go back to the ceremony laughing. My wife, on the other hand, Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters and guests, some things are better left to your imagination. I have always been an intense man. In life, I have avoided activities that are addictive. I have not smoked, never even tried alcohol, and have successfully managed not to get sucked in by Candy Crush. However, when I came to this country, no one warned me of an incurable addiction. 30 years ago, I arrived at Virginia Tech on a Friday. The very next day, my roommate had me watch college football. By the following weekend, I was explaining to him finer points of the game and calling out flags even on our tiny black and white TV. I never realized when I got incurably addicted to the game. It's a beautiful game as long as the hitting is confined to the field. From Virginia Tech, I moved to Seattle and adopted a new team, the Seahawks. In between, I proposed to my wife. In response, she sent me a 7-page document with 64 different conditions I had to agree to before she will marry me. Like any good contract, the devil was in the footnotes. For example, hidden on page 2 in tiny font, I found the stipulation that during the first 25 years of our marriage, I may not lose more than 10% of my hair. The contract she sent me read like a software license agreement. You scroll to the end, pretend to have read it, and click I agree. I, on the other hand, had one simple condition. She must love football. That was the costliest fumble of my life. Now every Sunday, I am in the kitchen while she flops on a sofa in front of the TV. We have been trying to get rid of that addiction for the past 25 years. First, we decided to move to East Coast, even New Jersey, to be as far away from the team as possible. We even decided to have 4 daughters. Thankfully for my wife, not at the same time. Things were improving slowly only after joined FAA, Football Addicts Anonymous. But then, last February, the bottom fell off when the Seahawks won the Super Bowl. It was once in a lifetime experience to watch the game live at the MetLife Stadium. It's the highest of the high an addict can ever experience. It was like the 4th of July, New Year's Eve, my birthday, all combined into one giant crazy over-the-top party. With the start of new season, the situation is hopeless. And I'm desperate. If any of you know any cure to this addiction, please let me know. Until then, I live only to hear Russell Wilson steps back and hands on to Marshawn Lynch to the middle. He breaks a tackle, passes